Brown coats forever, man.
You could have it twice if you could spell it.
That ain't happening.
PB's like, I can do it. Straight in her hand.
Mm.
All right. All right. So let's also, just so our viewers can see, we'll switch you over to the character screen for just a second here, and you can see our merry band of players, just so you have an idea of what they're playing. And then we're going to jump right in and start this off. All right. Yeah, everything looks good. Here we go. So, as we left, you guys were able to hear a ritual being performed upstairs. Zephyros, you could hear lots of wind. You could hear, and at this point, the tower is not moving. It's stationary at the moment. You know the group is outside with their giant vultures, waiting for Zephyros' answer to their plea for him to join their quest, in bringing Yancy Bin back to this plane and to return the world to its primordial state, which you guys overheard with a really good roll of perception. But as the ritual is going on, you hear various voices, you hear various incantations. Some of you that are more familiar with magic understand that the type of spell he's casting is trying to contact a greater type of entity to ask a question of, very kind of like a divination type magic. For those of you that aren't schooled in the ways of magic, you just hear and feel the power of his spellcasting ability upstairs. After about 10 minutes goes by, and the ritual seems to be climaxing to a certain point, you hear a yell from Zephyros. I always get this name wrong. Zephyros. So I'm going to do it. And you hear kind of like an ah, and you see the disc that he was using to float up and down begin to slowly drift to the floor. And then as it rests on the floor, you see Zephyros laying, not moving, on the disc. And we'll go ahead and move him back to you guys' area, so from the second floor. And he lays, we'll put a little symbol on him here. How about, there we go.
That don't look good.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
This is what happens when you contact evil beings.
I take out my staff and I poke him with it.
Okay. So you move a little closer and then poke him with your staff, and you... he doesn't seem to move. And he's big. He's a giant.
Can we do a check on him? See if he's...
Yeah,
breathing?
you can do a medicine check. Yep. Feel free.
I poke around his face. Try and lift up his eyes, his eyelids.
Yeah, when you do that, you see that they're kind of rolled back up into his, up, almost looking like up, and you just see mostly the whites. And Finn, you mostly pick up he is breathing, but he's clearly unconscious of some sort. You're not sure what's afflicting. You don't see, as you're looking around, you don't see wounds. You don't see anything bleeding. You don't see any other form of damage. But he's definitely breathing, but unconscious.
I slap him on the face a couple of times. Just to see if that wakes him up.
Yep, and you're not seeing anything. It's like a little baby hand smacking a giant face, because his whole head's probably bigger than you. But yeah, you're not getting anything from him. No noise, no indication that he's feeling any of the prodding.
hey, hey. And I slap him really hard once, and I cast Cure Wounds on him. See if that does anything.
Okay. Go ahead and roll the amount of hit points.
Actually get the system. Never done this before. I don't even know where it is. Pop up. All right. Oh, there we go.
Okay. Still not responding. You're not sure if it's done anything or not. What does your Cure Light Wounds look like? Is this the first time you've cast this?
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell us what it looks like when Ian casts this.
Basically, it lights up my entire hand in a luminescent white light, and so I do it like I set up the magic about halfway as my hand's coming down to slap his face, and when it hits him, you just see a pulse of white expand from my hand very quickly and disappear almost immediately. So it's just a flash of white on his face or wherever I touched him.
Okay.
Along with the slap.
Yeah, and you're not seeing. You can tell that the magic. You think the magic worked. It feels like it's worked. It feels like the way you thought it should work, but you're not seeing any difference in Zephyros. Ardreth walks over. He might be able to make an arcane check. Let's see. He also motions for Coffee to come over and check him. It's a wizard thing, but he'll make an arcane check and see if he can figure it out. Nope, he's not able to. So.
Ouch. Oh.
All right. I tell Greybeard, watch them closely while I investigate. And I'll arcana check what's going on with this dude.
Oh, and Greybeard, are you in the tower, Greybeard, or are you outside?
I'm right at the edge there, like peeking around the corner, keeping an eye on the vulture guys.
Okay, you'd need to be like here or here to do that.
All right, then I guess that's what I'm doing. It will be right there. I guess right there at the corner.
To really see him, you'd have to be at the cloud. And as you are kind of there, you see them charging forward. Coffee, go ahead and make your Arcana check.
If they were charging forward, I was with Greybeard because we were watching. Both of us were watching together.
Well, we'll say they moved after you.
Okay.
You kind of walked away there. So you get an Arcana check, and then we're going to do a roll.
Snap.
Oh, yeah. So you've recognized that he has cast the spell, but something has gone wrong, and it's put him in an unconscious state. Something very common that can happen to wizards when the spell fails. So he failed basically mechanically. He failed a saving throw, and before everybody moves, you gotta stay up there. Hold on, and. You recognize that you determine that he's probably will recover from it as you're looking at him, but you're not sure how long that could take. Sometimes if a spell like this would fail, it could take a day for the wizard to recover, or it could take 2 or 3, maybe even a week for the wizard to recover from a failed spell like this. And it was a very high level spell.
And do I assume that the failure was because of what he was contacting? Or just the spell itself? You
can't tell, but you do know that any type of spell that's cast, especially high-level ones, do have the possibility of not succeeding, especially divination-type ones where you have to make a roll to see if they're successful or not, and that there can be feedback from that failing. So although it is possible something could have attacked him up there, it's also just as likely or even more likely that he just failed, and this is a result of failing that high-level spell.
Okay, but since I don't trust the guys outside, my assumption is...
you can take that. Yeah, you can take that either way. Yeah, because it's 50-50, so you're not sure.
All right.
Okay, so... And from outside, you guys will hear this from where you're at. You hear... one of these guys kind of yelled to Greybeard, "What have you done? What's going on in there?" And they're charging forward to come see what's happening because they also, the yell from Zephyros was loud enough that they all heard it. and they are running forward as if to come see what's happened. Is from what you can tell. They haven't drawn weapons quite yet, but they're running forward. And then we'll go ahead and let Greybeard answer, and then we'll roll initiative.
The big guy cast something and fell down.
Okay, let's roll our initiative for see how this is going to go. Oh, sorry. Let me bring up the initiative tracker. And let me clear it. There we go. We're ready to go. All right, initiatives.
Does Ian get a reroll on that one then?
No, I can go ahead and put it in. Roll a second time, and I'll add it. And I've got to do Ardreth, right? So let's bring him up. His initiative. Good. And for that guy. I read something that says if I double click on the red name, it will roll initiative. Oh, well, it rolled it twice. And he got a 21, so let's change that. That does work. That's cool to know. I'll have to tell Colonel that. That's pretty cool that you can roll initiative quickly that way. And the cultists... Okay. Everybody has gone. Let's order it. Descending. All right, Coffee. You hear them shout to Greybeard. You hear Greybeard answer. But you are able to do what you wish at this point.
All right. I say, our friend will recover, but the outsiders I do not trust. And I cast Blur.
Okay. Go ahead and put it in text so we can see it and our viewers can read the description. So, all right, your body becomes a blur, shifting. Go ahead and explain it. How does it look when Ka'FeyBlak does it? Oh, did you go mute?
Oops. He just said the word really quickly, and then instantly his whole image just seems blurry, like it's going back and forth really quickly. And then he goes into Blade Song.
Okay, cool. I'll put a little symbol on there so we know that it's there. And it says for the duration, so this concentration up to a minute?
Yes.
So you get 10 turns?
Yep. And then I will move... Move to there. I made it right to the corner.
Okay. Let me put in for your turn there. Let me add a label. This is the blur. We'll say.
And it's the Blade Song as well, so they're both on 10.
Okay, so I'll just make it the
Blurred Song.
yeah, the blurred song. That's
Blurred
awesome. All right, and it would be round calculation is a 1. Or do I put a -1? All right, I think I have it figured out. So Yeah, it went to 9, so I think it's... We're going to put it at 10, though, because I think it'll be your next turn is when it goes down, right? Oh, no, that would be right. By the time you come up again, it'll be at 9. No, it'll be 10. I want to make sure you get that right.
Yeah, so it's 10 now.
10
and then
now.
it goes to
next
9
time.
next time.
Okay, perfect. All right. Our main cult person here is going to just 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And he's going to move to there. Are you guys going to attack, or are you going to let him run by? He's running into the tower.
You said they don't have weapons drawn or anything?
Nope.
All right, nobody said we're killing anybody, so I'm watching them.
All right, so he dashes. That's 30, 15, 20 through the curtain, 25, 30, and he stops here, and so he can see Finn and Ardreth and Ian near Zephyros, and he kind of says, at the same time, the cultists are following him, so all these guys are doing the same thing. 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, so they're using their dash action, and that'll kind of put them all in here. You see two of them are standing out here, and they have they're looking at you warily, and you can see, Greybeard, that they have drawn their weapons, and they're standing kind of defensively next to the vultures.
Greybeard looks grumpy at them, but doesn't heft his axe or anything.
Okay, and as this cultist comes in, and you do recognize this is the one that introduced himself as Navon, so it's N apostrophe VON. I'll put his label up. Show nameplate, yep, and players can see it. So there were two that introduced himself. There was Navon and Amarath from last week's session. This is Navon. He's the one that handed the pouch to Zephyros when they were talking to them, and Ian was overhearing them and reading lips. Okay, and as he sees the you guys, he's like, "What have you done to him?" And the moment he sees you're kind of standing over him, and he appears to be dead at this point, they all draw weapons. And so they have all drawn their weapons. And they're looking at you accusatorially. They're like, "What have you done to him?" And that is their turn. As far as talking, you guys can talk kind of out of order, but remember that it's a 6-second round that's going on, so it would be a very short sentence response, or Finn, you're up at this point.
I'm going to move and put myself between them and the giant and say, "Our host has fallen ill. We will not allow you to harm him." And draw my weapons.
Okay. And he kind of looks back over his shoulder, and he says to them, "It's clear they have harmed him, and they don't want him to join our quest. They've done something to him. They probably are here to take his tower over." And he yells to them, "Attack."
It's on.
So Finn, you still probably have your action. You've moved, but you still have action or bonus actions at this point.
Ooh. I can't move anymore then.
Okay, you've used your 30?
Yeah, what am I? No, I didn't. I only moved like 15.
Well, you can move. You can still move.
Oh, well then I'm gonna hit him.
All
If he calls for an attack, I will attack him.
Yeah, you see him look over his shoulder and say attack, and their weapons are drawn, and fight is on.
Okay. All right. I guess the first thing I'm going to do is whip out that new shield mastery.
All right. So show us what that does, or tell us what that does.
I'm going to punch him right in the throat with that shield.
Nice.
So as a bonus action, I can attempt to shove him.
That's awesome.
Okay.
And I'm believing we are going to make an opposed athletics check.
Okay. So he doesn't have that skill, so I think it's just a dex check for him.
And I do have that skill.
So his was a 15. You guys see that roll, right? Or did you not see it?
No.
Oh, let me switch it on here. He rolled a
trust
15,
you.
just so you know.
Okay, and rather than shove him 5 feet, I am just going to knock him down.
Okay, so it knocks him prone.
Yes.
Awesome. Where do I switch that again? Auto damage. Oh, always whisper. Whisper rolls to GM. No. There we go. There it is.
And since he is prone, I have advantage on him.
All right, and
And
you're
he
not
has
going to knock him, so
disadvantage
he's
on
right
that
there in front of you going prone,
No.
correct?
He's right down.
Okay, so let's give us some prone ones. Something with a foot, maybe? Oh, here we go. He's prone. Currently prone. He's been knocked to the ground. Doesn't do damage, though, right?
Nope.
Okay.
It does give me an advantage on my attacks, though.
Nice. Yeah, or anybody, really, because he's prone.
Anyone within 5 feet.
Yep. Okay.
But by the way, he could have used athletics or acrobatics to dodge that attack.
Yeah, he doesn't
future.
have those skills. They only gave him deception, persuasion, religion. So, but thank you. All right, so he is there. Ardreth is... are you finished, Finn?
Nope. No. I'm attacking him.
Oh, okay. So that was bonus action, so you still have action.
24.
Yeah, that hits. He's wearing leather armor as far as you can tell.
All right, that's 12 for the hit, and then he will also smite one spell.
Okay.
That's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I got to pull up the die roll here.
Nice quote there. Do you say that out loud?
Oh, crap.
That's such a shame. 2 ones.
Oh, come on.
14.
Oh,
Oh, that's a shame.
wow. That's like Greybeard luck.
It is a severe strike, and what does it look? So this is a sword shot, right? And then it hits him, but then what happens with the... Describe what happens with the smite. What's that look like?
No, that's a throat punch with that shield, and as he bends over and drops to one knee, he's just going to crack him once in the back of the head. That hammer will light up and glow as it swipes down at him, but of course it looks like more of a glancing shot. Although 14 is a pretty good hit. I guess that's a good solid thunk on the back of the head.
Yeah, and is that the right damage for the shield? A 7 plus 3 plus 2?
It is plus 3 for my strength and plus 2 because I have dueling style, which is plus 2 for all one-handed weapons.
Oh, right. But you hit him with the shield?
No, that's just with the warhammer.
Oh, the warhammer.
The,
Gotcha.
the shield doesn't do any damage; it just knocks him down.
Gotcha. Okay, I'm with you. All right, you with the warhammer, you don't see blood, but you see bruised, probably broken a bone, and hit him in the chest. He's hurting. You hear the air come out of him, and he's kind of got that oof as he's on the ground, but he does not appear dead yet. Is that the end of your turn?
That is it.
All right, nice. Big solid hit. Moving on to Ardreth. All right, Ardreth. He is going to use Bardic Inspiration. So let's bring him up, because that seems like something he would do. Begins to play a song to inspire his party. I think we just put that in there. And he's going to choose... He's more familiar probably with Ian than Finn or Coffee. He can't quite see Greybeard, and Jarl's not here. So he's going to give Bardic Inspiration to Ian. So Ian, you have Bardic Inspiration. I'll put a little... do we have a picture of an instrument? Maybe I'll use that. Unless I see... Oh, no. You know what would be a better one? That one. There we go. So you have Bardic Inspiration, which allows you a D6 roll to add to either an attack, ability, or saving throw in the next 10 minutes. He uses that as his bonus action, and he's playing the instrument. Or no, he sings Stirring Words is what he uses. He uses words, and then he fires. I believe he has a bow, but where did his character sheet go? Oh, somehow disappeared.
Can you give him one of us to play? If he's just going to be an arrow monkey for the evening.
Yeah, I'm just going to have him pretty much shoot. It's just rolling a few things. Well, he has spells too, so.
Hear that, Brian? Arrow monkey.
Yeah. So he rolls a 20 to hit one of the other guys here in the robes, and that is a hit. So he gets 7 points of damage on one of our guys. Let's move this over here. I think that's good. Okay, so he'll hit this guy. An arrow flashes from his longbow, pretty close range, thunks into this guy's leg, lets out a yell, but almost takes a knee, but kind of struggles through it and is still standing. So that's this cultist right here, just so you guys know which one. And that was his bonus action, his action. His movement, he's going to want to make sure there's plenty of room. He'll stay here near the giant also. Actually, he doesn't need to get any closer. We'll just leave him right where he's at, and we will move now to Greybeard.
All right. Glancing back, I heard them attack. I mean, I can tell there's fighting going on behind me.
You hear fighting now. Yep. The ones in front of you are not seeming to do anything yet, but there's fighting behind you.
So I wave, smile, give a thumbs up, like everything's okay, and then run into the combat.
Okay.
Oh, they're right there, huh? Okay. These are bad guys? I'm not zoomed in close enough. Am I standing next to a bad guy?
Yes.
Yeah, and in Coffee, he's a bad guy too, but yeah.
All right. Well, rage and start killing, because I guess that's what we're doing.
All right. Yeah, that guy turns as you come at him. He does have his weapons drawn. They are carrying, just so you guys know, scimitars. Yep, 20 hits. You guys are rolling good tonight already.
Oof.
Yeah, describe how that guy goes down.
I come in and like you said, I was just smiling a second ago, but I turn and it goes all samurai style, squinty dwarf eyes, and axe raised as I start to, and just boom, I hit him like between like where this collarbone would be, but like in the back, and it just goes like to his heart, straight through to like his heart, and I schluck him off the axe as I raise it a second time. But I am not going to go for the frenzy. So that's my only action.
So it was basically just rage and a regular attack.
And a thunk, yep.
All right. Any more movement? Any other bonus actions?
Nope.
Okay. That moves us on to Ian is up, our ranger.
I cast Hail of Thorns. And I attack. Where is that guy? I attack this guy right here. And
Okay.
let's see if that hits.
So
Is he considered one of my favorite enemies or no? Did we decide people? Not
humanoids were, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's human.
Do I have one of those by itself? Favorite enemy longbow. Yes, I do. No, he has not been attacked. So I attack him. Wait. I can use my D6 on this, right?
Yeah.
I'll try that. Hopefully I roll fucking anything better than a 1. A 6? Does a 13 hit? No, that doesn't hit. That's too low. There's no way.
Let's see. Yes, 13 barely hits.
Sweet. So I hit again this guy. And let's see. There's my damage. And what do you do, Hail of Thorns? A D10.
What do you do, Hail of Thorns?
What do you do again? I never get to use it because it's a concentration spell. And it's a 4. So they need to make a dex save.
Okay. So this guy here was the
12?
first guy you hit, though, right? This guy?
Yeah, that guy right there.
Okay, so so he's... Even though you barely hit him, he takes significant damage, and he's has an arrow protruding from his chest. Blood is gushing out of it. His whole pallor turns gray. He stumbles slightly, but he's not quite down yet. He doesn't quite drop his weapon.
And then the arrow explodes, and he has to make a dex save of 12. All of them do. All of them 5. Let's see.
Was anybody within 5 feet?
Yeah. And that 9 by 9.
So that'd be 3 of them, right? Wait, 1, 2, 3 of them.
1, 2, 3, 4. I think this guy gets it too, doesn't he?
Yeah, but this guy down here wouldn't, right?
No.
Yeah,
But
so
this guy
1,
up
2.
here would.
Oh, and the guy that was hit also takes, is what you're saying. I gotcha. That's your 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotcha. All right, so we need 4 of those. So the guy you hit, let's roll a dex save. They don't have specific dex save, so it's just a dex roll. So here we go. That's the guy, and then we need 3 more of these.
One day, Hails of Thorn will actually hit harder.
All right, so what'd they have to beat? Remind me of your DC.
A 12.
All right, so the first guy makes it. Does he only take half damage or no damage?
He takes half, so 2.
Okay, so that will be enough to slay him. So you get to describe that.
Ooh, that's amazing. I didn't think that was going to happen. So he probably just looks up just in time to see me hit him or like shoot the arrow at him, which he narrowly tried to miss, but I still hit him because I'm awesome, because of my bard. And so it hits him right in the shoulder, and he's like, around it. And then as he's about to go break it off and take it out of himself, it just absolutely shatters around him, hitting him straight in the face. A piece of shrapnel goes straight through his eye into his brain, and he just crumbles to the ground.
All right. And as that bursts, you see the other 2 take minor damage. One takes a little bit more severe damage, and it actually is enough to also end this person's life. So shrapnel from that ricochets into this guy from behind, gets up under his armor, and you see him fall forward, blood coming out of several different wounds from the shrapnel hit.
and then I move back to end my turn.
All right.
25, 30, 35. There.
All right. And that puts us at the top of the round. So, Coffee, you are up.
All right, I move here and I go Dracarys. Burning hands on these fools.
All right. So show us the text and let's figure it out.
Oh, almost max damage.
Make the sound. Make the sound.
So it's a DC 13 save. If they fail, it's 17 points. If they don't, it's half.
Is Burning Hands the cone one?
Yeah, it's those
yeah.
three
So how
guys in
far does it
front of
go?
me. It goes
15?
15. Yeah, so it'll go right to the curtain.
Oh, okay. So even half damage is enough to, because that's going to be 8.
Plus 17.
Yeah, half damage is 8.
Half damage
Full
would be
is 17.
8. Let's look at these guys. Oh, well. Okay, so definitely this guy burns. Let's, because it doesn't matter if he makes it or not. He's going down. These other guys, he will burn because it doesn't matter if he makes it or not. These two, or this one here is the only one that's undamaged. Let me roll one for him, and it's a dexterity save. So let me bring him up.
Ooh.
Nope, missed it. So it's the full damage. That's enough. So you can describe how that one dies also.
It's just screaming.
Okay.
He runs around just screaming in like a circle. Right into Greybeard's fist and falls down.
Nice. All right. So there we go. So any other movement?
Let's see. Yeah, since they're all down, that was only 10. I will move back and check on what our outside friends are doing.
All right.
Her outside friend.
And all right, so they're up. That person is down, but that's okay. We'll just use his for this other guy. Can I adjust it? We'll just leave it in there. Okay, so you see Amaranth pulls a bag out, opens the bag, whispers some words, and then gives a command in common that's attack, and you see the vultures rise up and start flying towards you, Coffee. And
We've
this
got
cultist
incoming.
jumps on one of them and flies with it. You can tell they're pretty practiced at this. And then even though these don't have riders, they still have the ability to attack. And they will attack on this guy's turn. So I need to also bring in this real quick. To there.
Giant drumsticks for dinner. Dire drumsticks.
So he does that. His bonus action is to... He's going to stay there. Waves those to attack. Says the words. And this... Let's see. What's the movement on this? Got lots of stuff here, guys, so bear with me as I get it all going. Move that over so people can see it. Let's go back to our regular screen while we're doing their turn. Okay.
That's pretty quick.
And the last thing I need is this. Perfect. Okay. I need to know how far this thing could move. Oh yeah, lots. All right. Coffee, you sense something in front of you, a whooshing of air. You don't see anything, though. And quickly, 2 attacks are made on you. One is a 7, and one is a 25.
The 25 needs to roll disadvantage.
He actually has advantage, so it cancels out.
Gotcha. All right. 25 hits then.
Okay. Let's make sure. Yeah, okay. And it's going to be, you feel 6 bludgeoning damage. So you feel like a force of air kind of punch you in the gut, maybe damaging or bruising a rib.
Now it's for 6?
There's clearly something in front of you, but you cannot see it. And it was for 6 bludgeoning damage. Yep.
All right, so I think I have to do a Constitution save to keep my blur.
Okay. Oh,
Still
nice.
got it.
Aced it. That's not 2 concentration things, right? The Blade Song and the Blur?
No, Blade Song's just permanent. The
okay.
The spell one's the normal spell concentration.
Gotcha. Okay. So the next thing that happens then is the cultist's turn, which is the vulture's turn. So they fly forward. Let's see. Let's just use the ruler to make that easier. They can move. There they are. Oh yeah, 60 feet. That's quite ways. So 60 would even get them there pretty easy from the front rank. So let's move these guys. He can get to here to attack you. Another one, oh, sorry. Moves. And moves. The other ones are flying closer. Yeah, okay. They can only get that far. And these ones have moved, and they will hold their action if anything comes within melee striking distance. These 3 in the back. The 2 that have moved forward are going to try to hit Coffee. So there's 2 vultures here, and they get a beak and a talon. So here we go with a first one. A 23 and a 21.
And are those on disadvantage?
Oh, these ones are... Nope, that would be a 13 and a 10.
Those miss.
Okay. And then the other vulture. Uh, 8 and a 9. Would be a miss. I don't know why it's rolling anymore. And this last one is also going to wait for anything to come within 5 feet to attack. So it will wait. And I believe that is their turn. Yeah. Okay, that gives us Finn, you are up.
All right, not to screw myself here, but did Yvonne move or attack?
No, I thought he died. Does he still have points? Oh, nope. He didn't go. So he'll try to get up, which uses half of his movement. So he only has 15 left. Thanks. For some reason, I thought the barbs got him.
Oh, they might have. I just didn't see the red on him. My name is covering him up.
No, he's actually 10 feet away. I didn't see it. Yep, I was thinking, and so nope, I missed him. So let me just. I think he has. Where'd he go? So many windows. There he is. All right, so he's going to stand up and no, that's going to be good. He's going to attack with 2 daggers that he has in his hands, which is just not a good option for him. So here's the first one and the second one.
Cool.
So a 15 and a 7.
I am an 18.
All right, so 2 daggers scrape off your armor and shield. You're able to defend against it. And all right, now, yep, you're up.
All right, I am going to bash him in the knees with my shield this time.
All right, so make your attempted roll. Yep, good job. Oh, and I get a save or an opposed. 22. So he's able to jump out of the way, and you miss him with your shield. Is that shield mastery a thing that you can do just every round?
It's my bonus action.
Okay, so but you can use it. There's no limit to how often you can use it?
Nope.
Okay. But while trying to dodge the shield and jump out of the way, sets him up for a Warhammer shot. So that is enough to slay him. So you can describe how that happens.
All right, I'll dodge his 2 daggers with a spin, and I'll keep spinning around and miss him with my shield. But when he ducks under my shield, my hammer's still coming on that circle, and it'll just careen right into his head.
Yep, and he falls to the floor. All right, so you've used your action, your bonus action. You still probably have movement at this point.
Nobody's even... I'll move to Greybeard.
Okay.
I give him the sup nod.
Nice. All right, so let's move there. And that brings us up to Ardreth. Ardreth looks to Ian to see, are we staying in here? Are we going out of the tower? He kind of says to her and looks expectantly.
I say, grab the bag thing he talked into. Was that him, the one that talked into it, Navon?
No, that was on the outside. That's you didn't see that.
Never mind. I say, we still have things outside to deal with.
Okay. He'll move forward. And he has another, as his bonus action, he'll use another Bardic Inspiration, and he will give it to Greybeard this time. So Greybeard, you have Bardic Inspiration.
Oh, hey, thanks, man.
So he uses words of encouragement, and that will be his action. He has nobody to heal yet or anything, so that means Greybeard's up.
Right then, so outside I go. Oh,
Okay.
there's just a couple of these guys.
Yep. And there's one vulture that was holding action, so it'll attack you when you step to that square. Once I find the right thing here. So you get a beak, and a talon tries to swipe at you. So a 10 for the beak and a 21 for the talon.
Talon hits.
All right, so 5 slashing damage across your armor.
How did we decide we were up or down when we round for resistance?
I'm always rounding up because it helps you on healing and everything else, even though it might hurt in them. But it works both ways because I do it for them too.
All right, so that's 3 points of damage.
So 3, yeah.
All right. All right. Well, then, axe swings around, and I say something like, "Dinner served."
And it was this one to your left that hit you.
Yep, that's the one that's gonna die.
All right, nice. Yep, 24 should be a hit.
Oh, I hate when it's under double digits.
You put a gash along it, but it does not seem to be affected yet on that. It's got just a slight wound.
I guess I am going to bonus action out and then use the frenzy.
Okay, and remind us and our viewers what frenzy's going to do to you.
So frenzy allows me to take a second attack in a round, but when my rage ends, I gain a level of exhaustion.
Okay. They have it's not reckless, right? It's
right. So
it's they don't get advantage on you. Okay, keep going.
Correct. This is my frenzy instead of reckless. So once again, Great Axe Rage. Oh, should have went reckless.
And a miss. All right. So no further action there. So that brings us to the bottom of our order. Ian, who rolled an uncharacteristically low number there, but Ian, you were up.
Totally out of character. Totally something I never do. I just run up. I think that's 70, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. Yep.
Okay.
And I get to there, and that's it. Because I can't see anything from here, right?
Is it blocking your view there? Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
I guess I didn't even look at it. Yeah, that should not be blocking your view.
It must be that dashed line is something physical blocking the.
Yeah, let me pull that away.
Oh, there are things out there.
Yeah, I know. I was.
You sure you want to charge up that far?
That was the mess I walked into.
Holy
I stepped
crap.
out and went, oh.
I thought you guys could see it.
No.
Well, I assumed you
Yeah.
would have anyways, but Greybeard would have ran up there.
Back up about a couple of feet there.
Excuse me. Yes.
I can't see out this curtain, right? Or
Yeah, you would have to be on the other side of the curtain for sure.
all right.
I'm pretty sure that
So,
curtain's smoldering anyway.
It's magical.
Yeah,
It
right?
has no damage to it.
Oh, nice, Zephyros. I cast Hunter's Mark on that dude right there.
On the vulture or the vulture itself?
On the guy on
Okay.
the vulture.
Sounds good. The guy, the rider. Gotcha.
Yeah, the rider. Yeah.
All right, so let's put in purple. There we go.
And that is my turn.
Okay. All right, so that brings us to the top of the order. What we'll do is we'll take our first break, our first 5-minute break, and coffee will come back around. Let's go ahead and put you guys on the character screen for just a moment. So be back in just 5 minutes for our first break, and then we will continue with this battle that our players seem to have in hand thus far. So we will be right back.